Given the internet's ease of access to finished papers and research, it also increases the temptation that a student can plagiarize their work. Given that written assignment submission is an essential part of a learning management system and that plagiarism detection can decrease unoriginal submissions by as much as 33%, any MLS should include plagiarism detection in their suite. The question is how to enter the market. Should we buy, build, or partner with a plagiarism detection company? There are three dimensions of analysis that need to be done in order to answer this question. The first is assess strategic value. Second, analyze the benefits, costs, and risks. And third, review possible financial scenarios. After those three steps are completed, then define the next steps. The first step is strategic value assessment. With any potential new technology, two questions need to be asked. First, is this a possible competitive advantage or an emerging technology? If so, this needs to be a strategic investment. Second, is this a core critical piece of technology? If it is, then this needs to be a world-class capability. If not, this is a non-core function and should become a possible partner. I spoke with Seth Gorell at Utah Valley University. He's the Director of Innovation and Instructional Technology. He said that Instructure sees itself as a platform. He went on to say that advanced features from Instructure's point of view should be plugged into the platform, typically using LTI. If this is the case, then features such as plagiarism detection are non-core functionality. They're essential functionality, but they're non-core, non-strategic functionality. Therefore, a partner should be targeted. But this should be treated as a hypothesis because additional information needs to be gathered regarding what are our core competencies and what is the strategic direction of the company. If it is the platform, then what additional information can we have that defines what is a platform from a feature standpoint and what is not platform specific? We need to ask ourselves questions like, what are we good at from a company perspective? How do we perceive the market? How do we see the future of MLS? Also, we need to ask customers these same sort of questions and examine the broader market outside of our customer base. The second dimension of analysis are the key benefits, costs, and risks. We can compare buy, build, and partner options by looking at each of these dimensions. First, the buy benefits. An acquisition may lead to synergies with an acquired company and quickly gain market presence. However, the costs are such that it may require supporting an existing line of business outside Instructure's core business. Also, there are required acquisition, integration, and ongoing support costs. Two risks include you may overpay for a hot property, and it may be better to focus on a higher value priority, so there are opportunity costs. As far as the build opportunity is concerned, there are three benefits. First, lower cost than an acquisition. You have control over development, and it gives the company to really shine and is the best method to outdo the competition. The costs, however, that are such that development may actually be high in costs and delays market entry versus, say, a partner relationship. The key risk with a build opportunity may be the opportunity cost, such that it may be better to spend development time and dollars on a higher value priority. Partner benefits are such that it's the fastest route to market and includes the lowest development and support costs. The costs, however, include you have less control over the feature itself, and this is a less potent revenue opportunity versus the build opportunity. The partner risk is there is possible loose integration between the platform and the plugin, and the partner may choose to exploit the dependent relationship. The third dimension of analysis is the financial one. So starting with the buy scenario, we could ask a simple question like, should we buy a company like Turnitin? Well, as you start to look at the revenue of both companies, Turnitin's revenue is around $50 to $60 million per year, as is Instructure's, based on my ability to make inferences about the market and about their past financial performance as reported in the trades. However, one of the problems with this strategy is Turnitin's growth rate is 25%. If there was a way to actually merge these two companies together, which seems extremely unlikely, it would immediately decrease Instructure's value because their growth rate would decrease from 50% down to 37%. Therefore, smaller acquisitions, I think, are a possibility in the $1 to $10 million range. In these situations, these start to feel more like an acqui-hire value play. That consideration should be treated as a strong factor among the possible plagiarism detection value. Given the complexities of the nature of this relationship, those options are out of scope for this stage of the valuation. But if a buy opportunity was the best choice strategically, then these options should be examined more thoroughly. With the build scenario, I've assembled an NPV scenario in front of you based on estimated revenue, customers, growth rate, students per customer, and such. Typically, licenses are about $2.50. That's how much Turnitin pays on an FTE basis. And then building out expenses accordingly. I have 2 Scrum teams, 1 product manager and 1 Scrum master allocated. Those where those expenses come from. I haven't had an opportunity to talk with finance or engineering or sales to see if these are reasonable investments. So these serve as early drafts. Also, the discount rate is very much dependent on risk posture of the company and also on revenue. So that very much is preliminary as well. I use the same base assumptions for the partner scenario, again, an early draft, where this is a referral commission play based on, again, on the $2.50 license price. Instructure would receive a 15% referral fee in return. The next steps are such that additional research needs to be done on that strategic value hypothesis, where Instructure is a platform. Advanced MLS functioning, therefore, should be a plugin rather than a core feature. And plagiarism detection software is part of that advanced functionality. So connecting with the market, with existing customers, and with key stakeholders within Instructure would validate this hypothesis. Then we need to explore and discover potential opportunity costs, because if there are higher value opportunities in contrast with plagiarism detection, those should be pursued in place of plagiarism detection. Then, after answering those questions, re-examine the outcomes if needed. Thank you for the opportunity to present buy, build, and partner scenarios for the plagiarism detection market. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.